A garden composting plan is essential for turning organic waste into nutrient-rich compost, enriching soil fertility, and reducing waste sent to landfills. Here's a concise guide to creating a garden composting plan. Setting goals and objectives. Soil improvement. Identify the specific areas of your garden where compost will be used to improve soil structure, fertility, and moisture retention. Set goals for enhancing plant growth, increasing yields, and reducing the need for synthetic fertilizers. Waste reduction. Determine the types and amounts of organic waste generated in your household and garden, such as kitchen scraps, yard trimmings, and plant debris. Set targets for diverting waste from landfills through composting. Sustainability. Embrace sustainable gardening practices by recycling organic materials, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and conserving natural resources. Aim to create a closed-loop system where composted materials return to the garden to support plant growth. Selecting composting methods. Traditional composting. Choose traditional composting methods like bin composting, pile composting, or trench composting based on your available space, resources, and preferences. Consider factors like turnaround time, labor requirements, and aesthetic considerations. Vermicomposting. Explore vermicomposting or worm composting as a compact and efficient method for processing kitchen scraps and organic waste indoors or in small outdoor spaces. Set up a worm bin with red wiggler worms to convert organic matter into nutrient-rich vermicompost. Hot composting. Consider hot composting techniques like aerobic composting or thermophilic composting to accelerate decomposition and produce high-quality compost in a shorter time frame. Use a mix of green and brown materials, proper aeration, and moisture management to maintain optimal conditions for microbial activity. Material selection and management. Carbon and nitrogen ratio. Balance carbon-rich, brown, and nitrogen-rich, green materials in your compost pile to achieve a carbon-to-nitrogen ratio of approximately 25:31. Use a variety of materials like fruit and vegetable scraps, leaves, grass clippings, straw, and shredded paper to maintain balance and promote decomposition. Layering and turning. Alternate layers of green and brown materials in your compost pile to encourage airflow and microbial activity. Turn the compost regularly to aerate the pile, mix ingredients, and speed up decomposition. Monitor moisture levels and adjust as needed to keep the pile moist but not waterlogged. Compost maintenance. Monitor the temperature, appearance, and odor of your compost pile to assess its progress and health. Troubleshoot common issues like excessive moisture, foul odors, or slow decomposition by adjusting the mix of materials, turning the pile, or adding amendments like lime or compost activators. Utilizing compost soil amendment. Incorporate finished compost into garden beds, raised beds, or container gardens to improve soil structure, fertility, and microbial activity. Spread a layer of compost over the soil surface, or work it into the top few inches of soil before planting. Mulching. Use compost as a mulch to suppress weeds, retain soil moisture, and regulate soil temperature. Apply a thick layer of compost around plants, trees, and shrubs to provide insulation and protection against environmental stressors. Fertilizer and tea. Brew compost tea or extract to create a liquid fertilizer rich in nutrients and beneficial microorganisms. Use a compost tea brewer or simple steeping method to extract nutrients from compost and apply the solution to plants as a foliar spray or soil drench. By following these guidelines and adapting them to your specific needs and conditions, you can develop a garden composting plan that promotes soil health, reduces waste, and fosters sustainable gardening practices.